Okay, now it's getting back around to that time of the school year where school is finna start homeschooling, independent schooling, virtual schooling, online schooling, regular brick and mortar schooling, you name it. It's that time of year where some people are starting back up. Now, I think this is an important topic, so that's why I decided to do a podcast about it today. Now, documenting and documentation is they're two different things. Now, documenting, the reason why it's so important that you make sure that you are documenting, you want to make sure that you keep up with any and all information that you have came across, and it's something that you have to remember that you don't want to forget. Now, a lot of things that when we are sitting on the phone and talking to a couple people, we don't think it's that we don't think it may be that important until a little later. So this is where documenting comes into play. Now, when you keep notes, here are some things that you want to do. You want to make sure that you write down detailed notes. Make sure you want to write down the phone numbers and also the names of the person that you spoke to and the date and around what time. So if you ever have to go back to that moment and be like, hey, do you remember this? You can go back to that day and that time and be like, okay, it was this day, that time, because I put it on my calendar. You want to make sure that you confirm what the person is saying. So you don't want to have your own perception of what the person is saying. You want to make sure you know for a fact what they are telling you, because this come in handy. Just say if they were telling you something about how many credits that your senior needed, or some type of documentation that your student needed, you want to make sure that you confirm that you understand what they are telling you. Now, also, if there's a website that you come across, try to take some type of screenshot and take down the exact link. Guys, I can't tell you how many times that I seen a website, want to go back to it, and cannot for the life of me remember what it is. I go through Facebook groups. I go through asking my sister because she's a homeschooling mom and no one can remember what it is. So it's important to take down notes and take down things that you think you may have to remember. Now, when I'm taking down notes and it's something online, I always use Google products like Google Doc. I think it's Google Keep, Google Calendar. I take down documentations on things like that. But if it's something that I have to jot down kind of fast, I have a notebook for that also. You may want to have like a planner to the side just for that. Now, when it comes to documentation, you want to make sure that you keep any and all information that is sent to you, like a hard copy. Just say if you are homeschooling and the state send you something, or you're homeschooling and you're going through an umbrella school and they send you in any type of paperwork, emails, you want to make sure that you have a folder to keep all of that in, whether it's virtual or an actual hard copy. Also, any paperwork that you fill out, no matter if it's sent, if you send it off, or you still have it, make sure you keep it, make sure you scan it, take a picture of it. This comes in handy because, just say if it's a shot record, your child's shot record or something like that, transcript, different things like that, you may not think that you're going to need it after that point when you use it, but trust me, you will need it again. Now, the thing about documentation, sometimes paperwork will get lost. That's why you need to keep it, at least a scanned copy of it at all times. When things are sent, you may have to resend it. Sometimes you may get the people that don't act like they remember what they tell you or what you filled out at that time. So that's why it is important to keep it. Emails are great. A great thing now, because you can keep that correspondence that you had with the person, back and forth. And you want to always make sure you have proof. Documentation means proof. So no matter if you are documenting taking down notes, or is documentation, a physical copy or something, or email, that's your proof. You want to always make sure that you have the proof that you need. Now, I will be leaving a link to the web page that I'm talking to you guys about document and documentation. And yeah, I'll be back to talk to you guys about seniors, if you have a senior, and their credits, because I know at this time of year it is crucial, if you have a senior, to make sure they have all of the credits that they are needing at that time to graduate.